Imagine surviving 4 painstaking years of college, studying for long hours, having sleepless nights, dealing with crazy group members, and at the end of it all, you finally figured it out. This is not what I wanted to do with my life. Yeah, instant panic. In this video, I want to share my journey of self-discovery with you and how I started doing what I really enjoyed, which is empowering people. I remember working my first 9 to 5 fresh out of college after completing my bachelor's in ICT, and at the end of that degree, I realized that I was not passionate about this field at all. I was good at it and it definitely paid the bills. However, there was no sense of fulfillment whatsoever, and I know many of you might be in the same position right now. And I am by no means telling you to quit school or to leave your job. Well, at least not yet. So after a few years working in this field, I got really depressed because I was stuck in a cubicle for most days, and I'm a very outdoor and open space kind of guy. I literally had to leave my office every few minutes just to sit on the balcony and get some fresh air. But of course, I often got into trouble with my supervisor. It started affecting my mental health to the point where I couldn't focus and I wasn't as productive as I knew I could be. And eventually I decided to leave. However, here's the beautiful thing about what I learned during that period of time. On that job, I was able to acquire skills in tech, audio engineering, video production, learned discipline of waking up early in the morning and showing up even when I was hating most of my days. But most importantly, I met an amazing network of people that to this day are still impacting my purpose positively, and that is pretty much priceless. So even if you find yourself pursuing something that you hate or it doesn't really align with who you think you are, often more than not, that job or task will be the thing or the catalyst that leads you to your ultimate purpose. One of the most profound truths that alleviated this internal pressure for me after feeling like I had wasted my years and my money, it came from a Bible verse that says, "All things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to His purpose." So, in spite of thinking that I made the wrong choice, I still learned a lot of skills that are helping me to even make these YouTube videos today. So use your job to prepare you for your ultimate work. But how do you find your passion anyway? When there's so many different things out there to choose from, and it feels like there's this constant urgency to make money or to become someone of value. Is there one thing out there for me to do? And what if I want to do multiple things? If you've asked yourself or thought about any of those questions, believe me, I've been there myself. So, how did I solve this problem? And what exactly is passion anyway? Most people talk about passion in terms of that one thing that you love to do more than anything else, or that job that gives you energy. However, what I came to understand was you don't need passion first. What you need is a clear vision for your life that is generated from a sense of purpose. Passion is simply a byproduct of a clear vision that you'd love to pursue, and it does not exist on its own. So, what most of us call passion, most of the time, is simply a boost of dopamine that we get from being stimulated by a new idea. Once that dopamine rush has ended, we end up saying things like, "Oh, I'm not passionate about it anymore, so it must mean that it wasn't the right thing for me to do." But that couldn't be further from the truth. Not because you love something and you're passionate about it, it doesn't mean that you won't have resistance, experience procrastination, burnout, or even feelings of wanting to give up. So, what was the turning point for me? During the years of agony I spent working at my cubicle and doing my 9 to 5, at that time, I was spending every other waking minute pouring into myself. I was listening to podcasts, sermons, reading books, praying, reading the Bible, and serving in my church. And finally, after months of learning and building self-awareness, it finally dawned on me. The answer was right there all along. There was this one consistent thing that kept coming back to the forefront of my heart, and it would not leave me alone. When I went to sleep, I was dreaming about it. When I was awake, it was the only thing I was thinking about. And it was the most consistent thing I kept hearing from my peers, church members, and even relationship partners. All I wanted to do was to empower and inspire people. That was the vision or the future that I had for myself. talking to people, teaching, educating, counseling, and leading. It was just who I was at my core, helping others to feel better and to become the best version of themselves. So instead of trying to find a passion, focus on capturing a clear vision for your life that solves a problem for humanity. And then that vision will perpetually generate the energy you need, even when things get difficult. And trust me, they will get difficult. So the question now becomes, how do I capture a clear vision for my life? And how do I know that that vision is the right one? So let's first define what a true vision actually is. One of the most amazing speakers on the topic of vision, in my opinion, and also my mentor in the faith, Dr. Miles Monroe, he defines vision in his book as simply being your purpose in pictures. It is the ending destination that you capture in the present. So a true vision, first of all, is not self-serving, but serves a higher purpose. And it is a clear image of what you were meant to do with your life. And this goes back to being self-aware and taking the time to learn about what God has placed in your heart to do. So you must be willing to first accept who you are and not who you think you should be as a result of too much input from external sources. So I personally fell into this trap many years ago, especially seeing everyone making money online and doing all of these amazing things, that I ended up refusing to accept myself, refusing to accept my own gifts and talents, and burying my dream. And that caused me to be stuck and just going around in circles for a very long time. So if you want to know if the vision or idea you have is true, then you should consider these parameters. Number one, it must be godly inspired, meaning it came from within you through the Holy Spirit and it is governed by moral and ethical principles. Two, does it contribute to humanity? Every vision from God always leaves humanity better than they found it. So opening a casino, doing OnlyFans to make money, or owning a nightclub would not be a vision from God. These are mere worldly ambitions that may lead you down a path of destruction. So don't mistake making a lot of money with success or being a visionary. Number three, does the vision seem impossible to fulfill? So if you're asking yourself the question, how in the world am I going to do this? Then you're probably on the right track. And that's because a true vision is always bigger than the visionary. And it requires the dependency both on God along with partnership with others in order to fulfill it. So there are things that all of us will naturally not be good at, and that's totally okay. Allow others around you with the skills and the talents to assist you in getting further than you are right now. Number four, would you do it if you were never paid? Are you so passionate about this dream or vision that even if you were never paid, you'd still do it? And I think this is very important because when you start out pursuing your vision, it might take time before you actually start generating money. So for many years, I was teaching Sunday school in church, doing public speaking here and there, and I was counseling young people through various issues for no money at all. And that's because whether or not I was paid, I really enjoyed it. So the final one is, what do you love to do so much that you forget to eat or sleep? There's a famous quote that says, a dream is not something you have when you go to sleep. A true dream is what prevents you from sleeping. And my friends like to call me the night owl because I love to stay up late and just maximize my time as best as I can. So with all of this being said, does this mean that I have to generate a vision for myself in order to live a purposeful and meaningful life? Not exactly. You can also choose to attach yourself to another vision that was generated by someone else. And this is because vision is transferable as well as codependent. So if you're not exactly a visionary, but you feel passionate about using your gifts and talents to assist in someone else's vision, that's totally okay too. And it by no means makes you less of a person or subservient to others. So passion is merely an output that is generated from the discovery of a vision that's worth pursuing. When you discover a true vision, whether that's self-generated or generated from someone else, then you'll find all the passion and energy you need in order to fulfill it. So my question to you is, does your idea or your dream fit into these parameters? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear what God has put in your heart to do and help you gain some clarity on how to move forward. If you're looking for a community that inspires you towards achieving your vision, then subscribe to my VIP Academy today. And I hope this video was helpful to you. But if you still need more clarity, then check out any one of these videos over here or over here. And I'll see you guys in the next one.